If you wake up tired, drag yourself through the day, and collapse into bed wondering where your energy went, it's probably not because you lack discipline. It's because something is quietly bleeding you dry, and you don't even see it. Most men are walking around with invisible holes in their energy tank. They're not lazy, they're not weak, they're just leaking power in 10 different directions, and wondering why they feel empty by noon and not capable of fulfilling the goals they set themselves for the day. Today, I'm exposing 10 hidden energy drains that are silently sabotaging your focus, your motivation, and your entire life. These aren't dramatic. They're not obvious. That's exactly why they're so dangerous. And here's the thing. You don't fix this by adding more. More coffee, more discipline, more hustle. You fix it by removing what's draining you in the first place. So pay attention, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which leaks to plug, and your life will feel lighter than it has in years. You will feel it immediately. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the biggest energy thieves out there, and almost nobody talks about it. You ever had a conversation where you explained yourself clearly, logically, maybe even patiently, and the other person just didn't get it? Not because they couldn't, because they didn't want to. So what do? You explain again, you rephrase, you give examples, you bend over backwards trying to make them understand, and they still look at you like you're speaking another language. Here's the truth. Clarity is wasted on people committed to misunderstanding you. Some people don't want to understand. They want to argue. They want to be right. They want you to exhaust yourself until you just give up. And every time you engage, you're pouring energy into a black hole. You walk away drained, frustrated, and wondering why you even bothered. The fix? Stop explaining yourself to people who've already made up their minds. Say it once. If they don't get it, that's their problem now, not yours. Save your words for people who actually listen. Here's one that's going to hit a lot of you. How many of you have music playing while you work? A podcast running while you eat? YouTube videos on in the background while you do basically everything? I get it. Silence feels uncomfortable. It feels empty. So we fill it. But here's what's actually happening. Your brain never gets a break. It's constantly processing input, even when you think you're not paying attention. That background noise? It's fragmenting your focus into 1,000 tiny pieces. You're not relaxing. You're low-key exhausting yourself, and then you wonder why you can't concentrate, why your thoughts feel scattered, why you need 3 cups of coffee just to feel normal. Silence isn't empty. Silence is where clarity lives. Try this. Spend 1 hour a day in complete silence. No music, no podcasts, no background TV, just you and your thoughts. It's going to feel weird at first. Maybe even uncomfortable. But that discomfort, that's your brain finally getting the rest it's been begging for. Let me ask you something. How many people can reach you right now? At any moment. Your phone buzzes. You check it. Someone calls. You answer. A notification pops up. You look. You've made yourself available to everyone, all the time. And you think that makes you reliable, responsive, a good friend, a good employee, a good person. But here's what it actually makes you. Interruptible. Every time someone pulls your attention, it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus. 23 minutes. Gone. Because someone sent you a meme. Unlimited availability equals unlimited interruptions. And unlimited interruptions equals 0 deep work, 0 flow state, and 0 energy left for what actually matters. Boundaries aren't selfish. Boundaries are survival. Turn off notifications. Set specific times to check messages. Let people know you're not available 24/7. The people who respect you will understand. The ones who don't, they were draining you anyway. This one's sneaky because it happens entirely inside your head. You ever have an argument, maybe weeks ago, maybe years ago, and you still replay it? You think about what you should have said, the perfect comeback that came to you 3 days later, how you would destroy them if you could do it again. You won. The argument is over, but you're still fighting it. Every time you replay that conversation, you're spending real energy on a fake battle. Your body doesn't know the difference. Your stress hormones fire up. Your heart rate increases. You get angry all over again. And for what? The other person isn't thinking about it. They moved on. You're the only one still in the ring, throwing punches at shadows. Let it go. Not for them, for you. That mental real estate is expensive. Stop letting old arguments live there rent-free. Now, I'm not talking about obviously toxic people. The ones who scream, manipulate, or tear you down. Those are easy to spot. I'm talking about something more subtle. The friend who's always slightly pessimistic. The coworker who finds something wrong with everything. The family member who can't just be happy for you without adding a but. It's not dramatic. It's not aggressive. It's just constant. And it seeps into you like poison through the skin. You don't notice it happening, but slowly, your mood shifts. Your optimism fades. You start seeing problems everywhere too. This is mood contamination, and it's one of the most underrated energy drains in existence. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with certain people. If you consistently feel heavier, darker, more drained, that's not a coincidence. You don't have to cut everyone off, but you do need to limit your exposure. Protect your mental environment like your life depends on it, because honestly, it kind of does. How many times a day do you check your phone? Not for anything specific, just checking. Seeing if anyone texted, if anyone liked your post, if anything happened. You're not looking for information. You're looking for validation, for stimulation, for something, anything, to make you feel like something's happening. But here's the problem. Most of what you're checking, you can't control. You can't control if someone texts you back. You can't control how many likes you get. You can't control what other people think or say or do. And every time you check, you're leaking attention. You're training your brain to be restless, to always need input, to never be satisfied with the present moment. This is attention leakage, and it's draining you dry without you even realizing it. Put the phone down, check it at set times. And in between, actually live your life instead of monitoring it. You ever say yes to something? Not because you wanted to, but because you felt like you had to? The family event you dread. The favor for someone who never returns them. The commitment you made out of guilt, not genuine desire. You show up. You do the thing. But inside, you're resentful. You're counting the minutes until it's over. You're physically present, but mentally checked out. This is resentment disguised as responsibility. And it's one of the most exhausting ways to live. Because you're not just spending time, you're spending energy pretending. Pretending you want to be there. Pretending you're happy about it. Pretending you don't feel used. That performance is exhausting. Here's a rule. If it's not a genuine yes, it's a no. Stop doing things out of guilt. Start doing things out of alignment. The people who guilt you into things don't deserve your energy anyway. This one might surprise you. You've got a goal. A big one. You're excited about it. So what do? You tell people. You post about it. You announce it to the world. And it feels good, really good. People congratulate you. They cheer you on. You feel like you've already accomplished something. But here's the dark side. That feeling of accomplishment, it's fake. Your brain released dopamine for the announcement, not the achievement. And now you've got less motivation to actually do the work. Announced goals feel finished before they were built. Studies actually back this up. When you tell people your intentions, you get a premature sense of completeness. The goal feels less urgent. The drive fades. So keep your plans quiet. Work in silence. Let your results make the noise. When you finally reveal what you've built, it won't be a promise. It'll be proof. This one cuts deep because we all do it. Someone asks you to do something. You don't want to. But instead of saying no, you say yes. You smile. You agree. You betray yourself to keep the peace. It seems small, harmless. What's one little yes? But it's not just one. It's a pattern. And every time you say yes when you mean no, you chip away at your self-trust. You start to wonder, can I even count on myself? Do I even know what I want? Why do I keep abandoning myself for other people? This is how you lose yourself. Not in one dramatic moment, but in 1,000 tiny surrenders. Start honoring your own word. If you mean no, say no. If you need space, take it. If something doesn't feel right, trust that feeling. Your relationship with yourself is the foundation of everything. Stop betraying it for people who wouldn't do the same for you. And finally, the silent killer. The job that used to excite you, but now feels like a prison. The friend group that used to fit, but now feels forced. The city, the routine, the lifestyle that made sense 5 years ago but doesn't anymore. You've grown, but your environment hasn't. And staying in a place you've outgrown doesn't just feel uncomfortable. It actively drains you because you're spending energy every single day pretending to fit somewhere you don't belong anymore. Some places don't hurt you. They just slowly drain who you're becoming. Growth requires new containers, new spaces, new people who match where you're going, not where you've been. This doesn't mean burn everything down, but it does mean being honest with yourself. What have you outgrown? What's keeping you small? What needs to change? The answer might be uncomfortable, but the cost of staying is worse. So let's bring it all together. You don't need another productivity hack. You don't need more discipline. You don't need to grind harder. You need fewer leaks. These 10 drains, explaining yourself to the wrong people, constant noise, unlimited access, mental replays, low-grade negativity, compulsive checking, guilt obligations, public announcements, self-betrayal, and outgrown environments. They're bleeding you dry every single day. And the worst part? Nobody's going to fix this for you. Nobody's going to protect your energy. That's your job. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one, just one drain from this list, the one that hit you the hardest, the one you know is true, and remove it quietly, without announcing it, without explaining yourself. Let the results speak for you. Because when you stop the leaks, everything changes. Your focus sharpens, your energy returns, your life starts moving again. Not because you added something new, but because you finally stopped losing what you already had. Subscribe, because we want to help you become better with every day.